So I was scrolling on Pinterest and I couldn't figure out what my next YouTube video should be, and I wanted to do something spring related again because spring's coming up, and then it literally hit me, I should do a spring fashion DIY. I mean, why not? Pinterest has like the cutest stuff, it's so aesthetic, and I had the crazy idea of doing 3 DIYs in one. Yes, took me forever, but it was so worth it because it came out so cute. You guys definitely have to watch the video through to see each outfit. Yeah, so I think we should just get right into the video. Excuse my non-aesthetic pajama self, guys, but this is the most you will ever see me dressed down. But anyways, getting into the DIY. The first one is this patchwork top that I've been wanting to make for so long, and everyone has them, and I finally set up my overlock machine too, so let's get into it. The first thing you're gonna need is a top that fits you. You're gonna trace it around a piece of paper and then cut it out, and it should be like a basic outline of a top. After, you're gonna go in with a ruler and then mark where you want your different patches to be, which you can do anything you want. I'm kind of just going with this basic design. The next part is the most fun part, guys. I've been saving this fabric for so long, and it's just a bunch of scrap fabric from older projects, and I've been waiting to use this Adidas scrap fabric that actually came from a pair of pants, and I'm also using this white fabric to go with it. Then here I am with my crystals, trying to create a cute vibe for you guys because my background's so boring. But what you want to do next is just create a straight line across the fabric. This makes it easy to cut your first section out because all your angles are straight. Then I'm going to pair my sides up with one of the edges and place my crystals on them because I use them as like heavy weights to hold the fabric down. I don't know if anyone else does that. But then after, you're going to take your finger and mark where the edge of your line ends all the way across. I know this is a process, but this makes it so it's more accurate, and this took me so long to do with all my fabric, guys, but it actually came out really good when I did this. You want to go in with your ruler and then connect all the lines, and then afterwards you're going to cut it out, and it should create the shape that you drew on it. So this is what it looks like on my pattern. And then to make this super easy, I honestly just use the same pattern for each section. So I cut out 2 of the same right here, and then that one goes right there on top of it, and then the second one goes under. This is me like a fast version, just showing you everything I did. Yes, this is definitely quicker than how long it actually took me. It took me very long because it was my first time trying it. Definitely worth it, guys. Stay till the end to see what it looks like. And honestly, this looks so colorful right now. I really wasn't vibing with this, but I like how it came out. We gotta keep at it. Then you're gonna pin the edges together with wrong sides together because we're sewing the outside of the fabric. So we're gonna sew each section and do the same thing to the other shirt. This is me overlocking the fabric, and as you can see, I have the right sides of the fabric out because you want the front of the shirt to be overlocked. I literally made a mistake on my own directions and I sewed it the wrong way. Now I gotta seam rip it out and I'm crying. So this is what it should look like completely sewn, and you should have 2 of these for the front and the back. And the next thing you want to do is overlock the armhole and the neckline. And I'm honestly getting so excited because it's starting to look really cute. After, you want to make sure that your wrong sides are on the inside and your right sides are on the outside because we're going to overlock the edges. So you might want to pin your edges just because it's easier, and you're going to overlock the straps. And this is a completely done, and to be honest, I was so not vibing with it in the beginning, but I kind of like it and I'm obsessed with it, and I can't wait to make more tops like these because they're so cute. So DIY 2 is a lot more easier and a lot less steps. It's just a simple, really cute high-waisted skirt with a slit made from literally a t-shirt. What you're gonna need is some stretchy t-shirt, and this t-shirt would not lay flat on the table for the life of me. It literally took me like 20 minutes just to lay it flat. And then you're gonna place whatever skirt you choose to use on top of it, and you're gonna cut around it, leaving seam allowance for about 1/2 inch. And I also left 1 inch on top because we're gonna use that as the waistband. I also added about 1 inch on the bottom just because my skirt is so short and I want to make sure this actually fits me. Afterwards, you'll be left with your design, and guys, I don't know why mine is a rectangle. I guess because I chose a rectangle skirt, but like, choose a skirt that kind of fits your body more just because I think it'll look nicer. Then you're gonna take it apart and lay right side together. That way when you sew it, the seam allowance is on the inside. Then you're gonna take your ruler and measure about 5 inches up because that's where you're gonna put your split. So we're not gonna sew that part, but pin everything else, both the sides, and sew that with like a zigzag stitch. My other clips accidentally deleted, but all you're gonna do after sewing the sides is fold the top 1/2 inch down and 1/2 inch down again, and just zigzag stitch it across. I also left the hem raw because I really like the way it looked, and honestly it came out really pretty, and I can't wait to make more of these out of t-shirts. Like, who knew? And for some odd reason, mine created kind of like an asymmetrical back, but I'm like vibing with it. So the third DIY is actually one of my favorites, and I've done this one before, but I wanted to show you guys how to make it, and it's just this really cute denim lace jacket. I honestly wanted to do this DIY jacket, but I didn't have two jackets that matched, so I wound up doing this lace one, but it's still like super cute. For this DIY, you're just gonna need a denim jacket, and I chose this white one because it's cute, but like we can make it cuter. And then you're gonna need some scrap fabric, and I wanted to use this pink lace, but I didn't have enough, so I decided to use this white lace that I used for a URI project originally, and I try to use scrap fabric just because I have so much of it. Then you're gonna go in with your scissors and cut out each panel, and this is why this DIY is so easy. It's because you're literally just cutting out the panels as they are. So this is the panel completely out. So you're gonna place the panel on lace and cut around it, leaving about an inch a seam allowance. And here are my crystals again helping me out with this DIY. After, you're gonna want to put your jacket out and you're gonna fill it with the lace, and as you're filling it, you want to try and pin it in place. It can be a little tricky, but you just have to play around with it, and then make sure that the seam allowance is under the jacket, because when you go to sew it, you're going to be sewing on top of both. And this is the most tedious process, is pinning it, but once you get past that, look how cute this looks. Then you're going to go in again and again and just cut out section by section, and I suggest doing this by each section and not all at once, because then it's kind of hard to repin the fabric back in. And you guys can add as much lace as you want or as little, like it's totally up to you, but I try to do almost a full jacket just because I think it looks nicer that way. When you're sewing, you should be sewing on the already existing thread lines, and this is how it came out. I actually did some fraying on the arms too, just because I thought it looked more aesthetic, but like, look how cute this is. Like, the back is so pretty. Oh my god, I'm gonna make so many of these for spring, guys, you don't even know. If you liked any of the items that you saw, I'm selling them all on my shop, and definitely follow and like if you want to see more DIYs and sustainable fashion inspo.